Three, two, one. Command has been given. Crank him up.
Let's go. When I say I don't know, I don't know.
Let's go, baby.
Now, the morning drive.
Buckle up, everybody.
A little bit of this and a little bit of that.
It's a game changer.
I listen to you guys every single day on my way to work.
Well, again, I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on the radio.
You guys are amazing.
What are you doing over there?
I'm going to the top.
The morning drive with Mike Bagley and Pete Pistone.
To the bat balls.
Sirius XM NASCAR Radio Channel 90 live and on the air for this Thursday, March 2nd, 2023. Mike Bagley here in Delmarva Studio 1D. We've got Pistol Pete Pistone in the Paisan Palace in Chicago. We've got Sammy and Davey in Studio 134 of the Beltway Bureau in our nation's capital. We welcome each and every one of you to this Thursday morning and happy Friday Eve to you, Triple P.
Good morning, Bagman. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday Eve to one and all as we get a little closer to the racing weekend out there in Las Vegas. How's things this morning with you there, Palomino?
I'm doing good. Doing very good here. Getting going. Really nothing earth-shattering taking place, except making plans for the big birthday soiree tomorrow for Aunt Deb. Aunt Deb will celebrate another trip around the sun tomorrow. So we're going to convene and celebrate accordingly.
Salute.
Her, Denise, and me. So,
All right.
yeah, we'll raise a glass to Aunt Deb tomorrow.
What are you, you're rattling pots and pans? Are you taking the ladies out to dinner? What's the itinerary?
We are going out to dinner, and I left it up to Deb wherever she wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
You pick the time, you pick the day, you pick the place.
Cool.
And she wants to go to, this should put a big smile on the Richard Childress Racing folks' faces. She wants to go to Cheddar's.
Sure.
So we're going to go to Cheddar's for her birthday.
Okay.
Keep those croissants coming.
Well, now, Kyle Busch won the race on Sunday. Any discounts for the week?
That's on
No?
Monday. I told Deb
boy.
we missed it by 5 days. Like, next time we need to time this out a little better. By the way, you know, we want to roll the dice. Let's say you want to punt this birthday to Monday. We'll give free chicken tenders on Monday if he does.
Never know. Right.
Are you a go to the same place for your birthday dinner kind of person every year, or like a set spot, or do you like to change it up? Because my mom and her sister, she's got 3 sisters and her mom, so there's 5 of them. They go to the same restaurant in Indianapolis for all 5 birthdays every single year, and my mom despises it, and I feel bad for her.
Well, for me, I'm always celebrating my birthday in South Florida. So, because it's in that week between Christmas and New Year's. So I like to go to different places. Like, I think last year we went to Runyon's, which is like a chop house type thing.
Chop it up.
May go to Ruth's Chris, may go to, Joe's Stone Crab. I like to change it up. I don't get get locked into one thing. What about you? Do you prefer, you like when Patsy whips up the Bodega meat?
The Bodega meat, which now has been passed on to Shelly. Now she makes it, and usually that's. But there's still, like, if my birthday, I think this year it's a Friday. We would still go out like on a Saturday if we made dinner on Friday for the Bodega meat. But I would be the rotation guy. Like, I like going to different places. My dad every year. My dad's birthday was January 6th. We went to a place in Melrose Park, Illinois, very Italian-oriented area, called Slicker Sam's. That was the name of this place. It went out of business a while back, but I want to tell you about authentic Italian Paisan food. That's where my dad always, let's go, Slicker Sam's. We got to have a reservation. Let's get in there, and that's where we went every year for my dad's birthday. Yeah.
First thing I look up when I type in Slicker Sam's Chicago on Google in all caps, this restaurant is closed.
Yes, I know. It went out of business a few years ago.
All caps.
So rest in peace to Slicker Sam's. So, yeah. Well, it's funny because I think I've mentioned Shelly and I have been on this kind of rotation every week, a date night over the weekend. And
It's your turn this week, right?
it's Shelly's turn this week. My turn was
you had
week.
last weekend.
We had last weekend. It worked out nice. Went to a place, had a nice dinner. Was really good. So it's her time tomorrow. Now, we're getting a snowstorm tomorrow. So we'll see if this impedes Saturday or not. I don't think it will. I mean, if it snows, you dig out and you just, pick up the bloodstained banner, as you would say, Baggy, and go out to dinner, right? Let's go.
March on.
So she's at, last night I was watching basketball or whatever I was doing, and she's on her iPad, and I'm like, what are you doing over there? She goes, well, I'm trying to find a place for dinner on Saturday. I said, oh, do you have some places in mind? And she goes, I do. I have a reservation at 6. I said, great. Is it a place we've been to before? No. Do you want to tell me what it is? No. So I'm going blind on Saturday night for dinner. She showed me like some pictures, not of the restaurant, but like of the, they have pictures of the meals, the menus, the entrees. Looks pretty good. Pretty good.
What kind of cuisine? Like, did she even tell you that?
She said it was kind of chopish, steaks and chops kind of a place. But I'm sure they have all sorts of stuff there. So I don't know. I'll give you a report on Monday. I have no clue where I'm going on Saturday night.
I have learned this, and you know where I got this from? Actually, I got this from V, Dom's wife.
Yeah.
Where before we go to a meal that at a restaurant we've never been before, that's where Yelp and Instagram comes into play. Because you want to see the pictures of the food. You want to see what those ratings are. If you've got a 4-star with 15 reviews, you got no shot. But if you've got a 4.5 with 1,000, 1,500 reviews, now we're talking.
Absolutely.
So many people can't be wrong. That's my mentality. But we were going, I think it was that chicken place in Nashville a couple years ago that we went to for lunch. And she sent me the link for it through Instagram, or somebody did, or maybe Dom did or whatever. I'd never done that before. And I'm like, well, why wouldn't I? That's a resource right there. You get kind of like a preview of what you're going to get. By the way, I did that one time for Jones. By the way, do you know Jones is closed in Philadelphia?
No. Really?
Yeah. They did not make it through the pandemic.
Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage?
No, not that
Barbecue
Jones.
and foot massage.
Oh, okay.
No, not that one.
Dang.
The other one that had the good comfort food and all that.
That was good.
I used to take everybody there. That used to be one of my favorite places in Philly. Shut down.
Oh, that's a shame.
Bupkis. But you go on, back then, you went on their Instagram feed or went on Yelp or whatever. Oh, man. You talk about a little preview. I love doing that.
Do you
Especially
give
places I've never been to before.
Do you give the Yelp reviews? Because I do. I'm very militant about doing it. If I
don't.
here's the thing. So we went out on Saturday. Great time. No, we had a really good time. The dinner was good. It was so I went and I spent about 10 minutes. I put a really nice Yelp review up there. Well, then I'm reading some of the other ones, and they're like, everybody here must be related because this place sucked, that kind of a thing. Okay, whatever. If it's not a good experience, I still feel like I should put that out there, but maybe not in such detailed terms. Do you know what I mean? It's a tough business, man. The restaurant business is a tough business. But I feel like if I'm going to give to the Yelp, I probably need to take from the Yelp.
I think the 1-star reviews is what kills people, obviously. So some people are like, oh, my waiter didn't come by and only filled my water glass twice, 1 star. And it's like, all right,
Come on,
that's not
seriously.
a 1-star experience. I think if you're fair, there's no reason you got to be
But
fair
people
about
aren't.
it.
That's the problem.
Right,
You are fair in your
Right.
analysis to dismiss that for that reason. But a lot of people think that when they walk into a restaurant, it's the queen rolling in and everybody should just stop everything. And if it's not 100% perfect every step of the way, you know what? This place sucks. We're moving on. That kind of reactionary stuff, I have to weed out.
Yeah,
But
agreed.
if you go and you look at I look at the most current, not the most popular, but the most current.
Yeah.
And then see where we've been here in the last month or two, then I use that as my guide. But
Well,
Do you check the restaurant menu if you've
Yes.
never been to the restaurant before?
Yes.
Do you look
Yes.
at it before you go?
Yes.
How can
Absolutely.
people
Have to.
not do that? Like,
Yes.
how can you not do that now?
Now, my sister Gina goes way so she already has the order written down before she even steps foot in the restaurant. I'm like, take it easy, okay? But yes, I'm with you, Sam. I got to look at the menu. So I'm going in a little bit. I'm going blindfolded and hand tied on Saturday night. I have no idea where we're going. I have no idea what I can order.
If I'm going to look at the menu, I might as well decide what I want. That way you don't have to waste
Right.
time when the waiter comes say, hey, can I get something started for you? You go, yeah, I'll take some water, and I think we're ready. And then
But
you just go.
But what if there's some specials?
Well, you can ask, but,
I don't think
unless
I've ever
it-
gotten a special. Honest to God, I've been alive for 31 years. I don't think I've ever gotten a special before.
If it's not on the table on one of the card type things,
Yeah.
then I pretty much have my mind made up when I walk in the door. If I look at the menu before.
for the most part, I do too. But there's this one very awkward situation to where I had my mind made up what I wanted, and then a tray of food came by, and it's like,
that
hang on a minute.
Wait a minute.
And then you're like,
That
no,
right
wait a minute.
there.
Now, what is?
I'll have
and
what
then-
he's having.
So that tray of food was delivered to the table next to me. Well, I'm over there and I'm looking at I'm all in this man's plate. I mean, I'm like, okay, what? And he catches me looking and he's like, can I help you? I'm like, sir, I'm not being creepy. I'm just checking out your food because it looks quite good. And then he says, it is. Want some?
No, okay. No. I don't want any. I'll get my
Well,
own.
actually, now that you mentioned it, sure.
Let me do a little taste here because I may be ordering that. No, I didn't.
No.
Do that. Very awkward situation that actually turned into a funny situation. Yeah, but I reserve the right to audible and do an Omaha. If I see something on a tray that comes out,
Omaha.
that's not what I thought of I was getting. But
It's
yeah, Yelp, Instagram. I should do reviews, I guess, but
You should. You should. It's helpful.
Well,
I
Yeah.
realized I use it. Like I use the reviews to see to
too.
make my assessment. Then I'm like, I guess I'm not contributing to if this restaurant had a good. Because there's times I've been to one or seen it that it's got a place that I went to like has a bunch of bad reviews. I was like, well, I went to there and it was actually pretty good. I feel maybe I should be doing that. I don't know. I just don't want to be like, oh yes, my chicken nuggets were bland, and the for McDonald's, and it's like the sweet and sour sauce was a combination of ginger and soy that I just love. Like the people who do that, it's like taking it a little too far, in my
A little
opinion.
too far. Good thing there's not
Well-
Yelp views of this radio show. We'd be in big trouble.
There probably are somewhere.
easy, calm down, relax, don't drum up business.
Called Facebook.
I need to like get my Instagram game going here. I don't.
I've been told the same. I don't know. I'm not good.
It's so
I don't even have an
difficult
account.
for me to do. I'm so busy at like the racetrack to where I'm running from point A to point B, and I have to get there. I don't have necessarily the time to stop and take a picture and put the right filter on it and crop it and all that stuff, and then do all the tags and the hashtags and all that. It's like I don't know. I need to, but
Yeah.
I don't have the time. Maybe I need to rearrange myself to make the time to do that.
Well, where's that intern for Bagman Incorporated or whatever the name of your company is?
Listen, we're fighting inflation over here. All right, we're trying to keep the expenses low.
Well, Sammy, my nephew, is out there trying to find internships, and boy, some of these internships, it's how they need to pay these kids. They've got to pay them something. I'm sorry, I don't get the free internship stuff. So a couple of them pay, but it's still not a lot of money. But I get it. We're all under a crunch here. But come on, give.
I
the
see
kid
your
a few
point, but
bucks.
also at the same time, I intern with no pay, and
Hey, but just because you did something the hard way
I
doesn't
said
mean that it
I
should
understand, Sammy, but I
Yes.
also followed it up.
Yes.
I didn't. I don't
Calm
remember.
down.
I did too. I had unpaid
listen,
internships.
I did as well.
I'm older than both you guys, and I don't remember having an intern that I didn't at least get $5 an hour or something. That's
I got
bull.
a free Chick-fil-A meal at the end of the
Cheapskate,
internship.
$5 an hour.
Well, I just threw it. I just picked the number out of the air.
What did you do? You give them a roll of like 5 bags of like dollars worth of pennies. Here you go, buddy. Here's
You
your
interning
hours
for-
worth of work.
The Rusty Wiles
Were you
treatment.
interning with Eisenhower? My God.
Okay, whatever. You want? When Moses wanted that internship, I said, I'll take a tablet. Fine. I bring you these 10 commandments.
So we really had 15. You dropped the tablet, and you shaved all 5. Is basically what you're saying.
That's what Mel Brooks did in the history of the world when he was Moses. Yes,
It was a 33% discount.
Yes, it was. It was. I got a real quick. I got a real quick thing. So yesterday, when I got done with everything, it was like 12:30. I did our show and I did some Big Ten stuff. My mom wanted this book. That Sister Jean, Sister Jean from Loyola when Loyola went to the
course.
Final Four. She's 103
Is this the
years
callus,
old.
by the way?
Well, it's a combo callus. I can make this the callus. It's kind of a two-stopper, but yeah. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, it's a callus.
IBM presents You Make the Call.
So I went to the Barnes & Nobles, and she's like, could you get me the book? Absolutely. I'll go get you the Sister Jean book. So I go into the Barnes & Noble, and I walk in, and I'm looking around. I'm like, there's not one of these books to be found anywhere. I mean, look at Sister Jean moving like hotcakes.
She's moving
right?
product.
She's moving product. So I go to the information desk, and very nice lady. She goes, oh, my God, we got 25 books, and they're gone. I'll put your name down the minute we get another batch in. I'll call you. That's great. Okay. So I leave from there, and I went to this. For whatever reason, I went to this Italian deli because it's on the way back, and I thought to myself, why not get some sliced Italian lunch meat and bring it home and make my own Italian sub instead of going to one of the places and get an Italian sub? Let's go in there, and it's right on the way back, and I'll get some prosciutto, some gabagool, I'll get some mortadella, I'll get some mozzarella, and I'll make my own sandwich. Right? So I go into the place.
$895 later.
There's that. There's one guy in the place. This is about 12:45, right? One guy. There's one person sitting eating like a half a meatball sandwich. So I go to the counter and I go, "How you doing?" He goes, "Good." I said, "Listen, I want to get some sliced lunch meat." "Oh no, we don't slice lunch meat during the lunch rush." I go, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I just make sandwiches and lunch orders here because if I start slicing meat, I'm going to back everybody up when they come in." And I turned around and I went, "Back everybody up? There's one guy with a half a meatball sandwich there. What are you talking about?" Because that's just my.
He's
that's-
backing himself up right now.
I said, dude, there's nobody here. You to Mike's point, you're going to leave, I don't know, $45, $50 on the table because the prosciutto's imported. That's not cheap. All that kind of thing. And I'm like, and he wouldn't budge. He literally wouldn't budge. He goes, yep, sorry, that's my rule. Now, this place has got some good stuff, believe me. So Michaelis is, and there's not that many nice, good Italian delis out in my area. I mean, if I want to go to the city, all over the place. Do I go back there again? Because that kind of made me mad. There's nobody there. I get the rule. If they were all backed up, people were ordering sandwiches, I'm like, you know what? I got it. I understand. There was nobody in the joint. You gave up $50 of imported prosciutto and gabagool. Mud on.
Sounds like you did.
Well, it sounds like
I found another place, but go ahead.
Something tells me that for him to be so steadfast in this rule, that the experience is that if he's in the middle of slicing yours and somebody walks in, that he's got to slice theirs. Somebody walks in, then they want, and then he's just not doing it at all. So you say you understand the policy. I would not go during those times. Whatever he declares lunch to be, I would go 1 minute after. And then it's my sandwich.
Start slicing toots.
That's right. Hey, you know what? You say lunch ends at 1:30. It's 1:32. Let's get those slicer blades going, Chief. Let's go. That's what I would do.
Boys, what do you think?
I mean, I would go, like, if it's that good, I would go just like what Baggy said. I understand the point, like, because, you know, I guarantee at some point in his time, hey, there's no one in here. Can't you start slicing for me? Yeah, sure, no problem. He starts slicing, and then and then someone comes in with a group of like 7 people, and then he's got to, and then it just, and then again he gets all backed up. I get it, you know.
Speaking of dumb rules, I have to.
It's Wednesday, like in the middle of the day. There's nobody in there, but okay.
It seems a little ridiculous, though, in my opinion.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, I agree. I think it's just like if it's a really good place,
yes, it is.
then it's okay to go back there and maybe just take your losses and swallow your pride, whatever. But I think also if you frequent this place, even if you don't know the guy, maybe it would be fair when you go back, not during the lunch rush, to ask like, hey, what time is the lunch rush?
So how'd you land on that policy, Chief?
Yeah.
Where'd you get?
I think
it was
it's
11
fair
to 1.
to get some background info on that so you know for the future.
Yeah, I might go to Yelp maybe when we're done with this, but go ahead.
Speaking of dumb rules, I think I've told this story before, but one of the most unbelievable things, and it was hysterical. Eli doesn't drink hot coffee. He drinks iced coffee. We go into this coffee shop, and, you know, Eli walks up. Yes, could I have a large iced coffee, please? And the lady says, we don't do iced coffee. He says, I'm in a coffee shop. I understand that, sir. We don't do iced coffee. He says, do you have a cup? Yes. Do you have coffee? Yes. Do you have ice? Yes. Put it all together in the same cup. I'm sorry, sir. We don't do that.
Yeah, see?
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. For some reason, they have it in for iced coffee at this coffee joint.
Or you could just, you know, order off the menu and not make people have to do special orders. You know, if it's not on the menu, like, I'll never understand that. People who show up to a place, hey, this item isn't on the menu. Can you do it this way, though? Because this is how I like it. No. There's restaurants here that they've had issues with people customizing and trying to do everything they want to on their orders, where there's signs out where it's like, there are no customizations. Like, we will do stuff for dietary restrictions. Like, if you can't have peanuts, we'll take that out. But, like, we're not going to just add in ingredients or take out stuff that makes, like, you know, the meal what it is. It's become like a thing out here, and all around that, like, people are just becoming so like, I want it my way exactly. It ain't Burger King.
Wow.
I just wanted a half a pound of gabagool. That's all I wanted. All right, and this I went down this path, and then just the last point I'll make. So then I get home. 2 hours later. Here's Barnes & Noble. Hey, we got a copy of your book. Where was the book 2 hours ago? I was just there. You got the shipment when I left to go to the deli to not get lunch?
Sister Jean, move slow.
Was it divine intervention? What happened? Where was this book when I needed it? Now I got to go back today.
I got $50 of gabagool for you, too, over there at
Don't
Barnes
go
&
back at the
Noble's.
lunch rush.
I'm not going back during the lunch
We don't
rush.
slice Sister Jean books up during the lunch rush. Sorry, Pete.
Get a magazine.
Everybody good?
I need a half a meatball sub.
I've got to hit this break.
I need a cup of ice.
To go.
Go ahead.
Everybody good?
I guess
We're good?
so.
Everybody, all right.
All right.
All right.
Whatever.
Coming up, bottom of the hour, headline check number 1. We also have a TMD 6-pack. There will be no Gabagool. There will be no Mortadella, whatever that stuff is that you're
Mortadella.
trying to get. None of that. Just a TMD 6-pack coming up, bottom of the hour. Coming up around 8:50 this morning, we'll give you the calendar. Coming up at 9, we'll visit with Adam Alexander of FS1. Coming up at 10, we'll visit with Ryan Sparks. He's the crew chief for Corey LaJoy at Spire Motorsports. We have, I'm still trying. Oh my gosh. All right. So we'll take your telephone calls this morning at 866-FIT-LANE. We'll also take your tweets at SiriusXM NASCAR, hashtag TMD NASCAR, which is brought to you by our friends at Kubota. Kubota, together we do more.